showroom in Sloss. MixxFM News. For Horsham Storage Solutions. Running out of space? Keep your belongings safe and secure. Contact Wes Davidson Real Estate for more information. Part of the Ace Radio Network. 94.5, 98.5 and 101.3 MixxFM.
17 degrees in Melbourne, sunny today, top of 25. It's 9 o'clock. Good morning, I'm Gayle Watson. Police are investigating whether fireworks are responsible for starting a house fire on the Mornington Peninsula this morning. Emergency services were called to the fire on Alma Street in Tukgaruk just after midnight. It's believed fireworks and flares were set off in the street just before the fire started. Police say a 57-year-old woman was inside the home and was rescued by a member of the public. John Croft was the man who went to the woman's aid, and he's told Tony Jones he sprung into action when he heard screams.
We were out front with the kids and started filming them and everything was all good, and then one shot off a bit low, and then seconds later there was a lady screaming and all of a sudden all hell broke loose.
The woman was taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. A woman is in hospital after being found on the nature strip in the Geelong suburb of Grovedale just after 3 this morning. It's alleged a man entered the woman's property and assaulted her before stealing her vehicle and then crashing it into a garage in Hamlin Heights. A 20-year-old man has been arrested. The US Navy helicopters have destroyed 3 Houthi small boats after rebels attempted to board a container ship in the Red Sea. The White House says people in the boats started firing at the Navy helicopters, which returned fire. US National Security spokesperson John Kirby says they're not seeking conflict in the region.
The best outcome here would be for the Houthis to stop these attacks, as we have made clear over and over again. We have formed an international coalition now of more than 20 nations in an operation called Prosperity Guardian. There's ships and aircraft from countries around the world that are going to do what we have to do to protect that commercial shipping.
Gas connections will be banned in new Victorian home builds from today. Stephanie Wacklewick reports.
New homes and residential subdivisions that require planning permits will only be powered by electricity, and gas connections won't be approved. The change is expected to impact 1 in 5 new homes. It'll also apply to government buildings, including schools and hospitals. Around 80% of homes are connected to the gas network, with the gas sector contributing about 17% of the state's emissions. The government estimates the move will save households up to $1,000 on their annual energy bills, or as much as $2,200 if they also have solar installed. The move to all electric comes as part of Victoria's aim for net zero emissions by 2045. At State Parliament, Stephanie Wacklewick, 9 News.
The National Archive has released cabinet documents from 20 years ago, shining new light on the Howard government's decision to join the Iraq War. The conflict was one of the defining events of 2003. Records show ministers agreed to join the invasion just hours after Australia's help was requested by US President George Bush. Then Defence Minister Robert Hill says intelligence agencies were confident Iraq had weapons of mass destruction, even though they were never found.
I thought it was the right decision at the time, otherwise I wouldn't have made it. And you asked me to go back 20 years ago and say, do I still think it was the right decision? On the evidence that was available to me at the time, I believe it was the right decision.
I'm such a weirdo, tattoos from my toes to my earlobes. Was a role model, I never had a hero. I learned how to live through the stereo.
Awaken your senses. The all-new MG5. Sport for Horsham Bearings, Darlot Street, the district's largest range of industrial supplies.
Travis Head is backing Cameron Green to open the batting for Australia. The upcoming test against Pakistan, starting Wednesday at the SCG, will be David Warner's last. Head says Green is definitely an option if selectors aren't set on a specialist opener.
He's batted in the top 4 in his short career, so there would have been times where he would have faced the new ball. It is a lot different, but I think around his technique and whatnot, yeah, there's no doubt that I think if you're the best 6 or 7 batters in Australia and that job arose, then you would take it and you would try to adapt to it the best way you can.
In the Big Bash last night, Melbourne Stars defeated the Adelaide Strikers by 7 wickets. To tennis, and Novak Djokovic has starred at the United Cup, helping Serbia to victory over China. Meanwhile, Rafael Nadal was all smiles at the Brisbane International, despite losing his doubles match as he made his return from a long injury layoff. 9:05, that's the latest news and sport.
Stay cool. Save money on your energy bills. Horsham Curtains and Blinds, Darlot Street.
Ararat RSL welcomes you to enjoy the bistro and sports bar with family and friends. Enjoy the same great table service or try their tap, order and pay facility from your seat. Just use your table's QR code and follow the prompts. You'll never miss out on a shout. Ararat RSL.
Your local radio station now designs and develops websites. From simple sites to full online stores. Head to ace.digital for more details. Mix FM weather for just better care. Your locally owned NDIS and My Aged Care home care package provider.
Your 4-day forecast for the Wimmera Mallee for New Year's Day. Mostly sunny with winds southeasterly 15 to 20 kilometres per hour. The fire danger is moderate. Tuesday, showers, a possible storm 30. Wednesday, shower 2, possible storm 31. And for Thursday, mostly sunny, a top 38. Heading for a high on Monday in Stawell of 30, Ararat 30, Mildura and Oyen 35, Swan Hill 34 and Horsham expecting 32.
The Tim Tam McFlurry is back at Macca's and much more chocolatey.
Currently 17 degrees.